It's about culture, good vibes, and gathering around the table. Our culture is rich, our food is flavorful, and our people are friendly. When we gather around the table, we celebrate milestones, we laugh until we cry, and we create memories that last a lifetime. Good food brings people together. Food is love. It's comfort. It reminds us of our roots. Caribbean nations have long been celebrated for our food. The flavors are bold, the colors are vibrant, and the dishes are hearty. There's nothing quite like it because there is nothing quite like us. Welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show. Hi, I'm Emily Frisch.
And I'm Stacey Barrett.
And welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show. We have 6 different chefs who each represent a different Caribbean country coming together to highlight the beauty and culture of their nation through food, music, art, and unique traditions.
We're not only here to celebrate Caribbean culture, but we're here to gather around the table and share a meal and swap stories of the island life.
And welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show.
So 2 years ago, I reached out to Tamara and said, you have this amazing platform throughout the Caribbean. Why not do a cooking show celebrating all of these islands, all of these flavors, all of these traditions? And that's how it started.
And then, of course, Anais always has these fantastic ideas, and then I come in and see how I can make her dreams come true and her ideas come true. And I'm an accountant, and so I was like, who can I call that has marketing, production background, and that's also a doer that I can count on? And right away I thought about Valeska.
Growing up in South Florida, it's hard not to get engulfed in the Caribbean tradition. I met Tamara over 25 years ago and we just clicked. And then came Anais, Christian, and it's just a natural flow. It's hard not to, be involved in the Caribbean community, the taste, the culture, the flavors. So it just came natural.
To be invited to the Caribbean Cookout for me has been
A blessing.
a blessing because it's almost like God, the universe, reminding us, hey, yeah, you've been grinding out of a tent for 4 years, but what you do is important. What you're doing matters to some people. It may not matter to all the Puerto Ricans, but the ones that don't have access to understand that they can shift their health. They can shift the lineage of their family. They can teach their kids a way to live and eat that still roots you in your own culture. But guess what? It takes away the part that harms us. The influence of colonialism over our food, culture, and people, over our health. I'm gonna say this. This is really important for me because these are not things I see or hear on TV. People don't talk about how you can still retain your roots that you grew up with, but slightly...
Getting emotional.
Oh, bendito.
In a good way.
What?
This moment. Like we're doing something for the people. Not just Puerto Rico, but for the people. In a good way, with good intentions. And we're here, like filming it. Like live, like president is like just taking it all in. I'm grateful. And then hearing you talk about it, I'm like, damn, I'm proud to be a Boricua. I was like, wow.
What is this?
You missed all the fun.
No, I didn't. I came out the best part.
You were right. She is right. Okay, so we have a Rican vegan plate.
That's crazy because it doesn't look vegan at all. It looks insane.
Okay, so this is the mofongo part where there's the mashed plantains with lots of herbs and garlic, topped with our fried oyster mushroom.
She's being modest. There's 3 layers of flavors.
Oh.
The mofongo has cold-pressed olive oil infused right into it.
Disculpa.
Ya tú sabes, like 8 layers of flavor. Then you got the mushroom, and then we got our house sauce on top. So you got 3 layers of flavor in one dish, right there.
Then you have jasmine rice con gandules, which is pigeon peas.
Mm-hmm.
We have our stewed lentils with calabazas.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our house salad with our homemade dressing and the secret ingredient, the corn.
Maíz.
What about the pelotas?
Almighty corn.
Y las pelotitas, these are a surprise for you guys. We decided to make fried jackfruit, which is our version of fried chicken. So we call it fried jackin with barbecue sauce. So it's our version of what the Boricuas call un pincho.
A skewer. In Puerto Rico, a skewer is like a street food. Anywhere you go, you could get like a meat stick. And it's just like little pieces of meat, pork or chicken, on a stick.
Yep.
In Haiti,
So-
we call this boulette,
Ah.
Boulette.
but it's meat. It's ground meat that we put in a ball.
Okay.
And you,
So
Yeah,
for
we
us,
have
instead of meat, we did it with jackfruit to replace
Yes.
the meat.
but this looks amazing. But I really don't want to mess this up, so
Yeah.
I want to mess this up. So
All right. Let's
what
go.
can I try here?
You can try it all.
I want el crunchy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to try el crunchy.
So that's our oyster mushroom right there.
Que sabor.
Qué sabor, huepa. So you gotta say,
Does it make it
bangara if you like it.
Does it make it dance?
It makes me dance.
Yeah.
Bangaram.
Huepa.
It's a feeling.
Okay, so I'm trying to get a plate of this.
Yes.
So I'll meet you at the table
Okay.
Let's
where
go.
you can give me a plate. Of
Okay,
this.
we coming.
Let's go.
The rice was skinny dipping, you know, it was just so light, so fluffy. You don't need utensils to eat it. This is something you eat with your hands.
I understand that. Finger looking good.
Yeah, you know? The sauce, I mean, the spices, they're just dancing with one another, dancing in my mouth. I mean, whatever it is that you're doing, continue to do it because it gave what it was supposed to give tonight. So I truly well that look at the plate. Hey, Mados eat. Mados, you know they're money they want. Now with the vegan food, I'm a pescatarian. And every time I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to transition into, you know, that vegan life. And I'm like, that sounds so boring. Yeah, you know, I'm trying. You know, sounds so boring. But you guys brought so much flavor. And like Stacy was saying, it was not missing anything. Like I was eating the fried mushrooms and I'm like, no, this is not fried mushrooms. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, this is chicken. You know, the meatballs, the flavoring. I can honestly say with both chefs, the food was made with love, right? And it's not something, of course, it's not tangible. We can just feel it in the taste, right? And the time that you put into making sure that these were, it's like you prepared it for people that you love, and we appreciate that. I am full. I am happy. My stomach is happy. I appreciate you guys so much, and I absolutely enjoyed the dishes, all the flavoring, all the love that was put into it, and I thank you.
We needed another doer, right? Because we all had busy lives and we all had, this was kind of a passion project. But we needed someone that had history in the industry, experience in the industry that we could count on, that we knew that if he said he was gonna do it, he was gonna do it, and enter Christian.
I don't know, it just magically the universe put us all together, mutual friends. I've known Anais also for over 20 years, she's known them for over 20 years, and it just organically all worked out. With my experience in the industry, it was a perfect fit. It wasn't even a, let me sell it to you or let me try to see if you fit. It was just all natural, and then here we are today.
The show, it's about community, it's about creating this bond, it's about telling a story as one Caribbean.
What inspired me to be a chef, to cook, is the story behind how I started from being 8 years old and make that rise with time and see how it turned out, because I was able to eat it and see how I progressed, see how during that time I perfect my cooking style, my recipes, and I'm able to try different flavors and see how other people react when they taste my food, seeing other people's reaction, bring other people together around the table with food is such an inspiration that once you get started, you can't stop. What I want people to know about Haiti is that Haiti is not just Port-au-Prince. We have other regions, we have other departments, and each region is known for something. They add their own twist to certain recipes, and you can go beyond just the capital and enjoy every part of it. And Haiti is pretty much a virgin. You can come and create your own reality of it.
Wap chop chop. Wap chop chop.
Cuisine n'a senti bon.
Li senti bon pile. What are we doing?
Depuis c'est manger haïtien qu'a fait, cuisine n'a pas capable senti bon.
Nous pas problème avec comme ça. But tell me, what are you doing? It smells so good. You need to explain.
I know the chicken is ready, so now I'm ready for the sauce. I'm just cutting up my carrots and have my beans ready and start making the sauce for a chicken stew with jonjon.
Yeah, you had told me that you were doing the chicken with the jonjon instead of putting it in rice. It's gonna be like a soup, a stew, a sauce.
It's going to be a stew instead of a typical way of having jonjon, which is normally in rice. But it's the perfect opportunity to show the variety of ways we could use jonjon. And you know how much jonjon is pure and close to our culture and all of that. So it's a perfect opportunity to show what we could do with it other than rice.
For sure, but you already know what I'm gonna do with that sauce. I'm gonna pour it all over my rice because you know I do my rice with my jonjon.
That's it.
Honestly,
you gotta have moist rice.
I want to taste something. I don't like waiting till the table, you know. You have something for me?
Of course we can taste a piece of chicken, of course.
Let's do it.
Of course, let's get a bowl.
Comment bel morceau. Comment bel morceau pour. Comment bel petit morceau pour.
What?
We don't use utensils.
We don't need
Haiti.
utensils.
We don't do that.
Okay?
We don't do that here.
It's not fun. If you're eating it with utensils, not as much as fun. What do you think? Delicious,
So
right?
I taste your épices.
Yes.
And then you put something extra in your épices, right?
Extra, I put ginger roots and also celery.
But then most people they don't put that.
Most people don't. And it makes such a difference. You can taste the difference.
Most people should.
Most people need to start doing that.
I'm taking this with me.
That's it.
Thank you, chef.
Enjoy, and I will see you in a few.
This is actually bigger than our project. It's gonna be everybody participating in the show's project. It's the Caribbean's project.
Yeah.
This is something that is to elevate everything that is Caribbean. And I think that even though we're all so passionate about it, that passion surpasses us. And it's gonna be really a platform for showcasing the Caribbean in the best way possible.
Well, it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here because I'm here to represent the Bahamas. And fortunately and unfortunately, because of the demographics of not being in the Caribbean Ocean, sometimes people don't want to put us in the category, but we're in the category. We are Caribbean. And I'm so excited to be a part of this because I want people to hear and to see and to taste the voice of the Bahamas. I don't know how many people get to eat pea soup and dumpling in a real authentic way. I really don't know. But, you know, one of the things that I try to do with my guests and people that I bring to the Bahamas and I cook for is to give them a taste, a true taste of my grandmother's Bahamas. And so it's definitely something if you visit me, you'll get. Do you get it in the resorts and stuff all the time? Maybe, maybe not, but definitely you get it when you eat.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm not even gonna ask you what you're doing here because all I'm here to do is to taste whatever you're making here on the pot.
Oh man.
Can I have some?
Of course, why not?
Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna dig in.
There you go.
So tell me a little bit more about what this is.
Well, this is pea soup, Bahamian pea soup made into a sauce. So this is going to be the sauce for the fish. Spicy.
It's so good. So I wanted to know, what's the importance of okra in this dish? Why so much of it?
Well, you know, okra is very symbolic. It's one of those ingredients that really, really connects us to our roots, the diaspora of food, and using okra for me is very, very important.
I love how meaningful it is. Like just one simple ingredient can have all of this meaning. So I'm honored to eat your food. I can't wait for everybody else to try it too.
The Bahamas is special because we have 700 islands, keys, and rocks. Unlike most of the other Caribbean countries, we are very, very diverse while being very, very similar. And so I call it being island specific. So what you find in Grand Bahama you don't find in Andros, you don't find in Exuma, you don't find in Bimini, and you don't find in New Providence. But at the same time, you still find the similarities. And so because I've been studying that for the last 15 years, it has made my culinary journey so much more interesting. So right now, I think I'm more of a storyteller than I am a chef.
You know, when you think about what unites people, you think about food, you think about music, and we wanted a way to show that although there's many different Caribbean islands, different cultures, different languages, at the same time we all connect in some shape or form. And so for us, it was important to use this platform to unite the different cultures and to present at a table, at a community building table, what connects us, and not focus on the differences of the Caribbean, but celebrating the uniqueness of each of the islands.
When I cook now, there is a story behind every meal. I mean, some people will be receptive to the authentic Jamaican food, while some, because of health reasons, they can't manage the spice and stuff like that. I have to tweak it a bit, but most times the story behind it helps it to be received even better, you know. Sometimes I get worried that my food won't be received the way I'm translating it, and but it always works out because so much love and respect is put in that. You know, I don't approach it with arrogance and proudness. It's a lot of reverence when I cook that meal, you know. So most times it is well received, you know. There's a lot of love going in it, and for sure it's not a competition. It's just my fellow Caribbean brothers and sisters coming together to express their art in the form of cooking. So it's not like a competition, you know, it's just sharing cultures and flavors. So I think it will be well received and everybody's gonna have fun and enjoy it.
Hello.
Hi.
Checking up on you. What exactly are you doing?
I'm doing the cabbage slaw that goes with the stew peas. The beans, the stew peas are almost there simmering, so you can taste it.
Can I try them?
Definitely.
I don't like waiting until the last minute. I want to taste them now.
I'm gonna feed you.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's actually really good.
Yeah?
I'm going back.
No, not that. No.
I can't double dip. No double dipping. Well, everything
knew
tastes
one thing,
amazing.
all right.
Everything looks amazing. Just keep chopping. Can't wait to taste more of it over there.
To be a part of this show means a lot. I mean, to be a part of the first of anything, it's an amazing feeling and honor to represent your country. Not only your country, the people of the country and the people of the Caribbean. To be on show for the world, that's an amazing feeling. Every chef would want that opportunity. I mean, it will do a lot for me as a person, you know, notoriety and getting out there. People will know me more, and it also will boost my confidence as a chef. Every first world country has a big influence on the Caribbean. They've been our colonial masters and stuff like that. So we're underestimated, but we are a power-packed nation. You know, the Caribbean diaspora itself. You know, and I think the world at large should take some more time to, you know, find out what's going on in the Caribbean. It's not all about the sun and the sea, you know, and the sun and Ironman, you know. It's deeper than that. The culture is good, you know. The culture is great. It's worth it.
The narrative is important that we control it so we can say our story, our history, our deep and rich history and culture from all of the generations and hundreds of years of the Caribbean's existence and what it is today. So I think the idea of creating this little stereotypical conversation around a dinner table to showcase the similarities and promote and elevate some other information that people maybe are not completely acquainted to.
I thought that all of the dishes were wonderful, and I just want to, touch on something that was said. Even though I was born in the States, my mother pounded into me that my culture from Trinidad and Tobago is so important. So the meshing of the tamarind and the hot and the sweet is something that we all can relate to in all of our islands, no matter what. And at this table filled with women, I just want to pay homage to those of us who our parents came to this country. There was an author that says how our immigrant parents gave up their American dream to give it to us.
Yes.
But yet they knew that to keep us grounded, knowing about our culture was so important. And I will thank my mom till the end of days for her knowing that even being in this big, beautiful country, that my heart and soul needed to know where my home was.
That's amazing.
So this is just, this meal was just everything that they dreamed of, right?
Yeah.
Us sitting here
Together.
with these successful women, successful all in our own right. This is the new Caribbean story that we're living, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for tonight. Thank you so much.
Amazing. One of the things that makes Curaçao special, it's not your typical bounty island. So you won't find like long beaches with palm trees and everything. It's gonna be like, there's small, small beaches within the rocks. It's kind of a dry island, so we have a lot of cacti. Which I also cook with, of course. There's opportunity. I see food everywhere. Yeah, so that makes it interesting. You don't go there to just lie under a palm tree. If you're looking for adventure, you can go off-road. You can go like canoeing, and there's a lot of outdoor activities as well. Like I said, I incorporate different things in my food. I see food everywhere, even if I'm just in the street where I have my kitchen. There is tamarind trees, there's mango trees, there's palm trees with coconuts. There's a lot of edible flowers. Hardly anyone knows that we have edible flowers on the island, but there's a lot. We have a lot of moringa trees. The leaves are used for tea, and the flowers are used are also edible and quite fragrant. So what I like to do is make like a liqueur out of it. So I steep them in vodka and I add some syrup, and then I use the liqueur for instance, for a moringa dessert. No, I just like I said, I play around in the kitchen, and then the ideas just pop up.
Hello.
Oh, hi there.
What's going on here?
I'm finishing my smoked papaya foam.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How do you make it like so foamy?
Well, actually, it's gonna go in this canister with
Oh,
some
and you're
extra
gonna
air,
pop it on.
and then it's gonna be really hairy.
That's
and
so
foamy.
interesting. Well,
Yeah, and it's very good. It's very interesting.
Wow.
The smoke with the fruit.
amazing.
Yeah.
Smoky and fruity. I like it.
Exactly.
So while you were piping this up, we came up with, a little plot twist to throw your way, just to make it more fun, more interesting.
Really?
So I'm gonna introduce Chef Justin. Come on out here. And he's gonna explain to you exactly what this plot twist is all about.
Hi, Chef.
Hello.
Look what I brought you.
Oh my God.
Florida avocados.
Beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes, beautiful.
Delicious and healthy.
Ah.
Grown right here in the state of
You're
Florida.
being very sweet, actually,
Ah.
with the avocados.
Oh, good.
I expected something far worse.
Oh, no, this is wonderful.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so you can incorporate this into your recipe.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to put these here. Yeah. Would you like to take them?
Yeah,
Thank you, Chef.
sure.
So I feel like it's an honor to be part of the show. Like the show is basically opening up or just giving us a window into the Caribbean culture, other than the hodgepodge shows that you see out there, the one-offs. This show seems that it has the potential of just celebrating all of us and putting us out there on that stage so that people understand that the Caribbean is more than just a sunny place to go. So Guyana's influences come from the 6 different, I would say, cultures, or 6 different countries basically that make it up as far as culture. The original people were the Amerindians, and then after that were the African slaves that were brought over. When that ended, they brought in indentured people from India, China, and Portugal. So it's also influenced heavily by the Latin American countries that surround it as well. So it's just a multitude of different cultures, languages, foods, everything just makes up Guyana.
Woo-hoo! Guyana is in the house.
Hello, hello.
I don't know how I know. It smells so good. I can already smell the flavor from here. What's going on? What's marinating with
Right
the fish?
now we have the snapper from Florida that we have marinated in a green seasoning, and it has some of the Spanish influences like culantro, some habanero. We have lots and lots of spices. It's gonna be so flavorful and delicious.
I can already tell.
And we're
but-
going to deep fry this.
Fried. That's my love language. But I couldn't help but notice the plantains. Back in Haiti, we have bun and pizé, which is like fried plantains. Is that what you're gonna make?
Yes, we are.
I'm happy.
I think it's a staple of the Caribbean.
Of course, it's literally like we're the same but different.
Yeah, it's our common language.
And I really love it. And I can't wait to try your food. So I'm gonna leave you to it. Good luck.
Thank you so
Can't
much.
wait. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. So for me, Guyana has always been something that is more like a fantasy, because I left when I was 8 years old, but I had the chance to finally go back when I was 19, and it was so lovely. I got to see family that I have never met before, and just to experience the nature and lots of forests, lots of rivers, land of many waters. So that's one of their trademark names. But it was such a beautiful experience. And the people there, the culture, the food, everything was so delicious and amazing. Well, my family is a hodgepodge or mixture of so many races, cultures, people, and they're just near and dear to my heart. My dad's side of the family is from Linden, and they're more, I would say, Asian, European, more Amerindian native, like native to South America, which is the Amerindian. And my mom's side is from India, and so they have all of that culture and history brought both of them there. And they're just really loving, warm, caring, like family.
There's a lot of cooking shows. There's a bazillions of them. They never focus on the entirety of the culture, in my opinion, right? And so you'll have a Caribbean episode, and then it'll be about Jamaica, and automatically it's jerk, right? But there's so much more than that about Jamaica for me, and I think you'll see in the show that when the Jamaican chef shared his story, it's so much deeper than just jerk, right? Jerk is important, but there's so much more, but a lot of people don't know. This show is the entirety. It's the person, it's storytelling. It's not just an episode, it's a whole concept. The entire show is about the Caribbean culture, not just an episode or one dish.
Okay, so we're gonna make the traditional Puerto Rican dish that everybody in Puerto Rico, in the barrios, chinchorritos, it's everywhere. So it's arroz con andule. I make it with jasmine rice, rice with pigeon peas. It's delicious. You have it for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Tres Reyes Magos, like every holiday, arroz con andule. Okay, that's a must. We're also gonna make mofongo, which the base is made of mashed plantains, green plantains, in a seasoning with lots of herbs, lots of garlic. My hubby here mashes it in el pilon, and then we top it with fried oyster mushrooms.
Today I'm making stewed chicken with jonjo, which is dried mushroom, lima beans, and serve that with white rice. And to start this dish, you need to start with the chicken, clean, marinate your chicken. Now to make the chicken, we're going to start with our marinade, and our marinade is épices. For the épices, we use green onions, garlic, bell peppers, celery, ginger roots, and also scotch bonnet pepper for a little heat, for some heat. You blend all of that together and you have this amazing work of art.
I like it all. I put my jonjo sauce on top of my mofongo, which was phenomenal because I got to mix both my cultures together, and I don't know. Rockets took off in my mouth. The flavors bursted. And I didn't know if I was sitting in Puerto Rico or Haiti, to be honest. The food was phenomenal.
Appreciate that.
Both beaches are beautiful, both countries, you know, but the foods are amazing. You can tell, as I say in my house, you put your foot in it, means it just, you did it with all your love, and there's nothing better. You can taste it, I see it. The merging of it all together, I'm like you, I'm gonna put it all on the same plate. I'm gonna mix it together. I'm gonna take a little of the lentil and a little of the white rice and a little of this, and you guys, all three of you chefs, coming from another chef like I am, phenomenal job. I'd love to cook next to you guys any day of the week, honestly.
We'll have you.
I'm so excited because literally I've taken a lot of the traditional dishes, like I said, and transformed it. And so I've had a lot of people know rice, but a lot of people don't know grits. But in the Bahamas, we eat a lot of grits and we eat a lot of rice. So I've taken that and made rice grits with some heirloom grains. And then we have something called pea soup and dumpling that's made with conch and ham and peas. So I've made that into a gravy or a sauce. And then I'm going to definitely cure a loin of snapper with ghost pepper and salt. The Caribbean is amazing, but nobody seasons fish like the Bahamas. And so we have this technique of chopping salt in peppers into salt, and that's the way that we season all of our fish. And I'm going to use that technique in a different way today.
Most of what I learned, then it transcended. Like as I learned the formal way of cooking, I learned the formal way and I integrated what the family taught me, you know, the flavors, you know, how to make it happen. So I cook with only love. I'm a happy guy when I'm cooking. I'm in a zone when I'm cooking, you know. So it has impacted my culinary journey greatly, and I think that all my clients have been satisfied because of that love and care that I put in preparing. My food is love. I mean, we do it no other way. That's from the heart, you know.
The dish that I'm cooking for you today is a bit of me and a bit of curacao. So I brought some traditional recipes. One of them is funchi hassa, which is like a fried cornmeal. It's a staple in our cuisine. It's very tasty. I can't get enough of it. But I twisted the traditional recipe a little bit. And I also brought pica, which is our local hot sauce. Like we have the Caribbean, every island I think has its own hot sauce, and we have pica. Pica means spicy in Papiamento, and it is spicy. And if you go to a local restaurant, you always find a jar of pica on the table. We don't put that much spice in the food, but we put it on the food. And besides that, the main ingredient is lionfish. I don't know if you heard about lionfish, but it's also a favorite ingredient of mine because there's a special story to it. It was a tartare of lionfish with smoked papaya foam. I don't know if you ever tried to smoke fruit, but it works out really well with some fruits. I really like to smoke papaya and mango, for instance, also very tasty. So I made the foam with smoked papaya. I made a seaweed crisp. I made it with tapioca pearls. Tapioca is made from yuca. Yuca is also a staple in Caribbean cuisine and South American cuisine. And I used our local sea purslane. It's called banana de reef, which means reef banana. It's small, it's like a succulent plant. It grows onshore, everywhere close to the sea. So it's very, very tasty. It's crunchy and salty. And I really like to use it in my dishes. So I used some raw sea purslane to garnish, but I also used some sea purslane to make a sea purslane oil. And with the oil, I made a cream. And I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. Because I used papaya, I had some papaya seeds as well from the ripe papaya. And I don't know if you ever tasted the seeds, but they're also edible and they have a really nice flavor. It's like radishy, like a bit peppery. So I used some papaya seeds
to garnish the dish.
So what I'm making for you today is a combination and representation of my cultures. So we're doing a fried red snapper that has a really yummy green seasoning marinade that has some Spanish influences with culantro. And then we're doing a dal that has Indian influences with coriander and cumin seeds. Then we're going to do a spinach. And the spinach also has the Indian influences with the coriander and cumin. And the last, we have a curried pumpkin, which we pull all the Indian curries, the masala, everything into that. And definitely it's gonna have some spice. We're finishing it off with a mango chutney. We're also going to do this amazing pepper that my nieces make. It's called TKC pepper, but it's a Guyanese Liberian fusion that I brought for you guys to try. It's amazing on everything. We kind of eat it by itself as a condiment, but then I also have like a nice other pepper. So basically you have your peppers, your spices, and all fresh ingredients to go with this wonderful dish. Oh, and I forgot the yummy jasmine rice. So me as a chef, I am fine dining, model turned chef, and for me food is like art on a plate, and I just love it. Whenever I cook for people, my clients, it's just something that I enjoy completely. It's an artistic outlet that I have, and I tell everyone that everyone has an artistic outlet. This is mine.
I think you'll see that with the variety of countries and nations that are participating. They're going to showcase a whole lot of their creativity, but also a lot of that rich history and all of the different heritages that we got from all around the world. The show is bigger than us. It's bigger than what we wanted. What, like we mentioned earlier, is that it's something that everybody that's in it is in the show. It's their show. It's not our show. Yeah. So it really goes through, and we can see that with all our partners and sponsors.
Food has power. The power to bring people together. The power to make us feel at home. The power to comfort us and bring us joy. In kitchens everywhere, mothers and fathers are teaching their children how to keep the heartbeat of their roots alive. Gather your loved ones, your neighbors. Live generously, share meals and hearts. Let your laughter be loud and your love be strong. So whether you're from the Caribbean or just love good food, we welcome you to our table.